Are you a content creator? A content creator on YouTube? And you make content, but you're not satisfied? Is it good? Is it good to switch up your channel topic? Tonight, I'm interviewing Eliseo Way, and he switched his channel from another topic to another, like from music to interviews, and we're going to be talking about this tonight. So, yeah, how are you doing, Eliseo?
Doing good, brother. How you doing, man?
I'm doing great. So, the first question that
Okay.
that I really want to know is why did you switch your channel topic? Why did you go from music to interviews? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. Okay. Cool. Well, first of all, thanks for having me on the show. I'm a huge fan of your work, brother. And man,
Thank
all I
you.
gotta say is, Mama, I made it. Mama, I made it. I'm on a Sammy Superstar show. So hey, appreciate. Thanks for bringing me on, bro. Always a pleasure, man. So you said your question is why did I change my channel topic or my channel niche? Correct? You there? Make sure. Hello. Are we still alive? Yeah. I can't hear nothing. Where do we go?
Oh,
Oh, okay.
yes. Silly preview mode. I was in preview mode.
Oh, okay. I'm like, I'm making sure my internet ain't dropped. Dope. So you said why did I change my channel niche?
Yes.
Correct.
Yeah.
Dope. Yeah, man. So my channel basically when I started my channel, like a lot of people, when you hear how they started their channel, it was basically like they used it like a almost like a Google Drive, right, of sorts, where they just upload content just to have it, somewhere online to show friends, family members. That's really kind of how I started my channel. And then it went from there to me really as a musician, as an artist, as a performer. I would go out to shows, do shows. I would also write songs, produce them. Then it went from that to me just uploading me in the studio, producing music with artists, and then me performing out, and then actually me uploading music videos and things like that. So that's what the channel was about for forever, as long as I can remember. And then, I came into the knowledge that YouTube was more than that. I would say really last year, to be honest with you, and I realized that my current model of what I was doing as far as like uploading um, music related stuff. Not saying that the music isn't a good niche because I have a lot of friends in that niche who's killing it, but the frequency in which I was doing it, basically like uploading a music video once a month, right? Because you got to pay for music videos; they're expensive. Or doing a performance. If I'm only doing a performance a couple of times a month, or whatever the case is, like I didn't have the content frequency that would, in my opinion, sustain a music channel. But I didn't even when I started, I wasn't trying to have a music channel. I was just like I said, I was just trying to be like just put my music somewhere so people could see it. So I said, man, I got to come up with a content strategy that's more frequent, and that's when I said, let me start uploading like educational content as far as like content creation. So that's when you'll go back to last year, January 2020. I started uploading. Really, January 2020 was when I came out and said I'm going to do YouTube. I have a video on my channel saying I'm officially doing YouTube as like a YouTuber, like consistently or trying anyway. And that was January 2020. And then from there, I just said, let me start uploading educational content. So yeah, I mean, to answer your question, why did I change my niche? It was basically because before I even knew what YouTube was, I didn't even really know realize I was in a niche. But when I came into the realization that I needed a niche per se, then I sat down and said, well, what type of content would I want to produce or provide? And that's basically educational content along the lines of content creation and monetization. That's where I feel more comfortable like providing that type of content.
Yes, and I really like your content, and you have been killing it on the interview scene too. You have been getting like big guests. Like, tell me a few.
Yeah, I mean, so and and to be completely honest with you, so I did start a series called Creators on the Come Up. Sorry, I got to get my Got to get my napkin because everybody knows I sweat on my streams. I don't know why. I don't know if it's the bright lights or what, but I'm always sweating. And I have a big fan right here that's rotating, believe it or not. But
Maybe
I
you're
digress.
nervous.
Yeah, maybe it is like the world's looking at me. But so the creators. So I may go back a little bit. So in 2017, I was live streaming. Then I had a music review show where I would review music videos and music artists, and I do have some really solid connections in the music industry. You know, to be honest with you, I ain't finna name drop or be like over here flagging or nothing, but you know, I had some guests then that were pretty popping. So I would get some really good views. Like at the end of the night, I would have thousands of views live streaming then. And this was 2017, 2018 when nobody really was live streaming. I just had I still got it. I just had my Logitech camera. Crazy, right? And I had I couldn't afford a green screen. Well, I probably could afford it, but I didn't realize I could afford it. So I just went to the dollar store and got some green posters behind me, and I had a green screen. I was using OBS. It was fun, man. I had a lot of dope guests on then, but you know, I said, let me stop my live streaming show because I didn't have good internet at the time. Like it was very choppy, blah blah blah. Fast forward, you know, to just recently in January, I said, man, I want to get back into doing a interview style show, you know, because now I have a better situation, you know, more gear and stuff. So I really just was throwing it out there. And I reached out to my homie Tom Buck, and he was the first one to be like, let's do it. You know what I'm saying? And even then I was like, well, okay, well, we'll that's just the idea. We'll think about maybe doing it in a month or two. And he was like, no, let's do it now. You know what I'm saying? And from there, I was like, you know what, you're right. You know what I'm saying? If it's a good idea, let me just run with it. And that's one thing you'll notice about big content creators is they don't procrastinate. You know what I'm saying? A lot of them are like, let's do it now. And that's true. That's true to even now when I reach out to content creators, some of the big ones, they're always like, okay, well, what you got open? And then I'll say, well, you know, I'm booking for May, you know, and where they could easily be like, well, book me in the last, you know, week in May. A lot of them be like, well, I'll take the first week in May or the second. You know, they want to do it ASAP. So I just said that to say, yeah, I mean, the show just kind of came about as an idea, and God has just been blessing it for me to get some dope, you know, people on the show. Just to name a few, Tom Buck, I've had, man, so many, the Onyx family, you know what I'm saying? 6 million subscribers. I've had so many, man. Henny the Business, of course, Diana Gladney, you know, I've had the OG, Brian G. Johnson on, man. So it's a lot of people who just, you know, vibing with what I'm doing, and they came on the show, and there's a lot more people coming on too. Like I got Think Media coming on next week, Omar, and after that I have a few more.
Wow.
Yeah, it's gonna be crazy. So,
That's a
and this
big
is,
one.
you know, yeah, and this is me. You know, this is not nobody reaching out to the people for me. You know, I don't have like anybody reaching out to guests for me. It's literally me just sliding in DMs. You know what I'm saying? Like, hey, this is what I'm doing.
Like
And
me.
they're like, I love it. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just like, okay, cool. Well, let's do it before you change your mind type thing. So yeah, so go ahead, man. I don't know. I didn't mean to go on too long,
No,
but
no, no.
you can
That's
always shut me up
amazing.
when, yeah, for real.
That's a great. That's so great that you are getting interview guest and your channel size is 11,000 subscribers.
Yeah.
And that's pretty big for
Uh,
like
you, you think 11,000 is big?
11,000 is big when you say that you are like you didn't really start making the channel into a channel in like 2020. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, I
Yeah.
feel like that's big.
Yeah. I mean, but kind of going to, and I'm
Yeah.
pretty sure we're going to get into this, but kind of going to your point, you know, I got to 10,000 subscribers, even 11,000 for that matter, just doing like music stuff. You know what I'm saying? Ever since I've switched my niche and kind of getting into what your topic is, should you switch your topic of your channel? I've been completely stagnant as far as um I've been stagnant as far as how it looks growth wise. But it's really, the thing is, it's not that I'm not getting subscribers, it's just that I'm losing as many as I'm gaining, if it makes sense. So for instance, I pulled my analytics just the other day and I said, how many subscribers have I lost in the last year since March, right? Since March of last year when the pandemic started. and it was 8,000 subscribers that I've lost. Sounds crazy, right? So obviously, people who were subscribed before are seeing the content that I'm putting up, whether it's YouTube tips or educational content for content creation, monetization, and they're like, okay, well, I'm out. You know what I'm saying? They want the Eliseo who was jumping around the stage or in the studio, or in a lot of those videos I've taken off my channel or I've hidden or put unlisted, stuff like that. So I mean, I think it's a great topic what you came up with. Should you switch your channel topic? Because that's something that people need to know. Like, and we'll get in more into it as you ask more questions. But I think people should know that, hey, it's not going to be a walk in the park if you do decide to switch your channel topic, because what people subscribe for, they won't be getting anymore necessarily. So therefore, they can make a decision and be like, okay, I'm gonna stick through this and ride it out with bro, or I'm finna chuck the deuces. And as I said, 8,000 people have said peace. I would literally be at 20,000 subscribers if I didn't lose any subscribers. So I mean, just think about that. I can't hear you again, bro.
Yeah, I got it. I was just turning it up because people told me that.
Sorry.
What's that?
I don't know. That's.
I turned it up.
All right, cool. My bad.
So
were you able to hear anything I said just now, or was I on mute?
No, I heard you, but
cool.
But people were telling me to turn up my audio, and it's like in the red. So
Gotcha.
Is that better? Okay. So the next question, it's still low. It's in the red. Is this better? Is this better? I don't know. Oh, someone says perfect now. Okay, so that's great. Dr. Elo says that. But next question.
Dr. Elo, shout out to Dr. Elo and David Hunt in the building. I see y'all. What's up, brothers?
And then we have Callie. What's
up, Callie?
What else? Talking tax. Great. So I think everything is great now. So next question is, when you switched your channel topic, your niche, how many subscribers did you lose in the first week?
I don't know. I don't know how many I lost in the first week. I'm pretty sure I could pull that stat if I was into my analytics like that. But, overall, I'm losing or lost about 8,000 in the last year. So
8,000?
Oh, did you not hear that when I said?
No, okay. I heard it, but I want to 8,000. That's a lot. So
I mean, rightfully so though. Rightfully so, because again, when someone subscribes to your channel, they subscribe for that channel promise of whatever you said you would give them at that time necessarily. And if you start doing different type of content, then that very well could happen that people be like, hey, I didn't sign up for this, so I'm gonna shut the deuces. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not even mad at that. I look at it like I'm basically cutting the fat from my subscribers, right? So I'm getting leaner, right? And I'm getting a better core audience that's dedicated to what I want to do. So it's more fulfilling in that way. So where it doesn't look like I'm growing numbers wise, I'm actually growing in like subscriber intent wise, if that makes sense. So yeah.
Yes, I get that. So what?
No, go ahead. This is fun. I'm having fun, bro. I'm glad I'm not the host for a change.
Yeah, I was thinking that because like you always do interviews and you're the host, and I wanted to like switch the topic, turn around, because I'm the interviewer, you're an interviewer. I
appreciate that.
So that's pretty cool. So
I'm off tonight.
One night. So when you switched your channel niche, did you grow any? Like, did you grow or no?
So yeah, so again, when I switched my channel niche, which is when I came out and said, "Hey, I'm gonna be a YouTuber," because before that, I didn't say anything like that. Before that, remember, I was just literally uploading random videos of me doing music, or me performing, or me in the studio, or whatever the case may be. Some behind the scenes of a music video. There was no me telling my audience, "Hey, this is what this channel was about." There was none of that. But when I realized that I needed to do that, and then I basically came out and said, "Hey, listen, I'm gonna be a YouTuber. I'm gonna do more YouTube best practices, and my channel is about content creation and monetization. It's about me helping you learn how to create better content and also how to monetize that content." So once I made that channel promise and like, "Hey, this is what my channel is about," from that point, that's when it's like, okay, people made a decision to be like, "Okay, I'm gonna stick around or I'm not." So to answer your question, did my channel grow? In numbers wise, no, it didn't grow. I'm at the same number, 11,000, when I started last year. But I have people subscribing every day. People are coming, they're subscribing, they're finding my content and the search results. Some of my videos actually are doing really good, some of the educational videos. But just as many people who subscribe, I lose just as many people as well. So I'm not growing numbers wise, but I'm growing, like I said, in subscriber intent wise, as far as like people who actually want the content that I'm putting out now. So if that makes sense.
Yes, I get that. So, this is the biggest one.
Let's
Has
go.
anyone told you to make your old content again? Has anyone like DM'd you or put in the comments,
Yeah.
"Yo, I miss your old content"?
Yeah. Oh yeah. If you go through my channel now and just go through like some of the music videos, there's always comments that I get, not daily or weekly, but quite often. I would still get a few a month that are really fresh, that people say, "Hey man, don't give up on music." You know what I'm saying? Or, "Man, you're too talented not to be doing music anymore or putting out music anymore." So I get those comments all the time. And to that, I say, well, that's where I got to figure it out, because, if I would have went back maybe a year ago, then maybe I would have started a new channel that was about educational content creation. And then I would have left my music channel alone and just really made it an official music channel versus just me uploading random videos or music on the channel. But now that I've already started, I'm in a year process of educational content. That's where it's like, talking to some of my mentors and people in the YouTube space who are really doing well, who I talk to and, get coaching from. That's where it kind of comes in like, well, maybe you should brand yourself as a brand, like a personal brand, right? And when you kind of brand yourself as a personal brand, like Eliseo Way, the personal brand, you do have more leeway in the content that you upload, because people necessarily, they buy into you, right? They buy into who you are as a person, your character, your personality, and who you are as a person, because it's your personal brand. So I have a little more leeway to be like, well, I'm a musician, so I'm uploading some music. I'm a content creator, so I'm uploading a educational video today. But then again, you make the risk of understanding that your channel is just going to grow slower, because YouTube can't really dial you into a category, per se. But there are some anomalies. I have friends who do music and educational content and vlogs and all that, and they grow like crazy. So it's really, I mean, but that is an exception to the rule. I'm saying that's not the normal, that's not the standard. You really have to be very entertaining and very captivating, but it's possible. But said all that, you know, it's real out here. Sorry, my son is cutting up back there. Go ahead.
It's fine, it's fine. I get that.
Yeah.
So, maybe some people are curious. Will you ever go back to creating content like music content or no?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. I mean, that's who I am. So I will always be. I create music now. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm a music producer. So I do a lot of jingles for companies. I do a lot of music for myself and friends, and I have a few songs that's still in rotation on the radio. And I do sync licensing, where I create music for like commercials and brands and applications, like on your phone. I have like 4 applications where you can go and log
Ooh.
in. I have beats on there, like, video games and stuff like that. So it's
Nice.
legit. Yeah, it's legit a part of who I am. Um, I'm just not uploading that content right now, but I do believe that I am going to get back to the point where I'm like, hey, this is content ecosystem. This is my channel content ecosystem. And the reason I even named it content ecosystem, because like an ecosystem, you know, it's got to think about everything in the ecosystem. It harmoniously works together. You know, it's different parts of the ecosystem, but it works together, right? So the idea of content ecosystem is to be like, hey, I am a music producer. I do have a personal brand. I am a content creator, a video editor. I am all these things that's a part of my ecosystem, and that's the content that I create. So like I said before, I just have to understand, of course, I'm going to grow slower than the hyper niched channels, and that's fine. But, I am going to get back to uploading music content, video content, all that type of stuff. Absolutely.
Great. What are your thoughts on when someone starts creating? Pretend they created vlogs on a camera or their phone and they are like vlogging each way. They gain a subscriber count and then they switch their topic. What are your thoughts on that? Like for like a
Man,
new creator.
yeah. No, so, I mean, I have a few thoughts on that. If you're a new creator, and you don't have a huge following, then there's no pressure, there's no stress. Go for it. You have to do what you feel more at peace and more comfortable doing. You know what I'm saying? However, if you are a more established creator, like I was just on the phone today, because I do like, I won't say YouTube coaching, but I do like help other creators try to figure it out as I'm figuring it out. And the person I was on the phone with had built a channel, substantial channel, and but they're burnt out creating that type of content. You know what I'm saying? So they're like, oh, they can't even like fathom making that type of content no more. It just makes them like want to throw up thinking about making that type of content. But they have a nice size channel. So they're like, what should I do? And I'm like, so many ways you can kind of attack this thing, but you know, whatever you do, you need to do what's gonna make you more at peace with yourself. Because at the end of the day, we're doing YouTube. Of course, it's a job. You have to do it like a job. You have to be structured, organized, persistent, like any job. I get that, but you still have to do what's going to fulfill you in some way. So if you're out here in these YouTube streets just doing YouTube, but it's not bringing you no fulfillment at all, that's going to translate into your content. You know what I'm saying? That's going to translate into your audience. All that stuff is going to translate into every part of your content. So I say you have to figure it out, of course, but you have to, at the end of the day, all roads lead to creating content in a niche that's going to lead to you being fulfilled in some way. And that's what I would say to any content creator that want to kind of change it up.
So, what are your thoughts if you have two channels? One is a music channel and one is a vlogging channel. What are your thoughts on that? So you have a vlog channel and you just vlog, and then you have a music channel. Do you think that would be good?
So, I had a friend of mine who, like me, so I know a lot of rappers, I know a lot of music producers, I know a lot of people, performers, right? And one of my friends came to me and was like, yo, Alicia, how can I get my channel to grow? Like, I'm uploading dope music videos, I'm uploading dope performances, right? But my channel isn't growing. And I told him, I said, you face the same problem I face. We're not uploading enough content. We're not feeding the beast enough. We don't have enough shows or enough music videos that we could drop that would tickle the algorithm's fancy, so to speak, right? So, and we're not even necessarily thinking about the algorithm, but we're thinking about our community, the people. So the algorithm is just the people. Are the people watching your content? Are you retaining their attention? Are they watching enough of it? Are they going from this video to that video to that video? That's really what the algorithm is the behaviors and characteristics of the people in your community. So we're not uploading enough content to please our community. So I told him, I said, you might want to go to doing some behind the scenes stuff of your music videos, because now that one piece of content, which is a music video, now that one piece of content turns into like 3 or 4 pieces of content, because you have day one behind the scenes, day two behind the scenes, day three behind the scenes, right? Then you have the director's cut. Then you have the bloopers. Like, you have all this other content that you could build around this one music video that essentially other people would consider vlog type content. So to answer your question, what is my thoughts on a music channel going into a vlog channel? I think vlog may get a nasty name because it sounds like vlog, but really anything that we do behind the scenes where we just kind of like talking casually with our camera out, saying, "Hey, I'm over here now. I'm doing this and with it." That's a vlog, essentially. You know what I'm saying? So I don't feel no way about a channel doing that. It's helping them create more content around their niche and around help feeding their community what their community wants to see, which is they don't just want to see the polished music video at the end. They want to see how you made it, and the bloopers and the things you went through, to get it all together. It's like storytelling. Like we know storytelling is like the number one ingredient on YouTube. And you can tell a much better story when you have more content and context around than just uploading a video. So yeah, I hope that answers your question.
Yes. I really like that answer. And I hope everyone has been liking this interview. I have a couple more questions. And soon, if the chat has any questions, we can have Eliseo answer them. Because
hey, we lit. Let's do it.
Yeah. Oh, something happened.
I'm froze.
Something froze.
Oh man, what's going on?
No,
it ain't me.
Is that it? Wait.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you, but
I'm
it's
just
a little.
froze. I'm not froze on my end, but I'm froze on your end. Jeez, what's going on?
Maybe the stream is too hot for YouTube. We're also streaming in 4K, so maybe that's why. But I have good internet.
I got like 1,000 up, 1,000 down, so
I have like 500 up, 500 down. So,
but cool. All right, well, go ahead. Well, I mean, if they can hear me, we can just keep going with the voice for now, and maybe it'll catch up.
I think it's better now. When did you think of switching your channel topic?
Yeah, so all right, so let me put it this way, right?
The first thoughts, like when?
Yeah. This is when it hit me that I needed to do something. All right. It hit me when I uploaded a video on my channel. You can go to my channel. It was a video of me doing a 21-day water fast. Right. Now, that video didn't have anything to do with music. It didn't have anything to do with nothing on my channel. I just uploaded a video about me doing a 21-day water fast. And still to this day, that's the number one video on my channel with like over 600, almost 700,000 views. Right. And that's when I was like, what just happened? I'm like, what just happened? And then that video allowed me to get monetized, and it allowed me to see thousands of dollars in ad revenue. I've gotten paid thousands of dollars in ad revenue from a video that was a complete, like, what? It was a complete random, let me just do a 15-minute video about talking about my experience water fasting. So when that happened, then that made me realize YouTube is way more than I thought it was. And then I figured out, then I sat down and said, I have to do something with YouTube, and I have to figure out how I can be consistent on the platform. So yeah.